Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with a review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 8, Episode 2. So, you guys, you know it's gonna be a long-ass season when they start showing filler episodes on Episode 2. Last night, I was just like, why did we even do all this week? They should have left the last 15 minutes. You know how last week went over 15 minutes? They should have just saved that for this week, because this week's episode was, They needed to just tag that on with this one. It was nothing. So yeah, let's get to it, shall we? So this is the week that we finally get to see Kim Fields, you guys. You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life. Good old Kim Fields, okay, also known as Tootie. Probably better known as Tootie. And then for you late freighters, Regine from Living Single. Look, I like Kim Fields. Kim Fields has a legacy that she will leave behind for sure. She's even now a successful director. I've seen her name on quite a few projects. So good for Kim Fields. I don't want to see Kim on this show though. I just don't, for a number of reasons. One, because Kim is just kind of a regular girl. And I know that they're probably trying to bring a regular girl element to it, but actually when I think about it, I don't know if they're trying to bring a regular girl element to it. I think that they think that Kim Fields is Regine. Okay, Regine would fit in with this whole Real Housewives of Atlanta persona. But you can look at Kim Fields today and tell that she is no longer Regine if she ever was. Yeah, I hope that this show does not ruin it for me for Kim Fields. I don't think it is. They all say that she's quite boring on the show. And that's not a diss to Kim Fields or even anything bad. It's just that I don't know why she decided to sign on for this show. I mean, I'm sure she has a reason. And the reason might be them damn checks. So we find out that she is like a director, like I said. She does independent films. She also works with Tyler Perry. She meets with Kenya. Okay, I guess Kenya is going to be the Hollywood connection she always trying to remind us of. She sits down with Kenya, and it was a whatever conversation. Kenya was trying to be shady, but not too much so. But yeah, I caught the little quip when she asked her if she had her roller skates that Tootie used to wear on Facts of Life, and Kim Fields said, oh, those are probably in the Smithsonian, and then she gonna say, oh, or on eBay, which actually was kind of funny. But you know, it's just like, I don't want to see people disrespecting Kim Fields. You know, certain people we just look at and we don't want to even see them get dragged through the ringer like this. And I'm wondering if Kim is going to catch up on the shade, if she's going to be able to eventually be just as shady as the rest of these girls. I mean, something in me tells me that she's just not that way, you know? So I'm just like, I just hope it don't be no damn circus. But like I said, she's married. She's been married for 8 years. I think she says she has 2 boys. It says she doesn't want any girls. She says her husband is great with the kids, helps her out, yada, yada, yada. I was like, how old is Kim Fields? These are her only 2 kids? She didn't have no kids older than that? She sure did wait a long time to have some babies. Has she been married before? 8 years? It just seems like... Well, let's see. I guess she's got to be somewhere around 47. She's older than me, I think. Not that it matters. She just waited later to have her kids. If this is her first set of kids here. She's got a business. She sells stuff. I don't know, kids stuff for the house. She says something, child. She has her partner come over and they're trying to film a video for the internet. It's like kind of like an introductory type video. She's just trying to stay focused. She's a mom, she's a wife, they don't have a nanny. They're doing it all on their own. So, you know, it's kind of hard for her to stay focused sometimes. At least that's what she says for the show. Something tells me that's just for the show. I mean, if you've been doing it all this time, obviously you've worked out something. Yeah, you guys, what do you guys think about Kim Fields being on the show? She just, she kind of played out a little bit, like, you know, this hair, this blonde. I don't even feel right talking about her, you know? But you sign on for a show like this, you know, you can get these hands just like anybody else. I mean, you know, we got to talk about it. That hair is wrong. I was thinking that she still had her locks, but she don't have her locks anymore. It's just now, it's just like this super duper damaged blonde. Yeah. I'm gonna leave it alone. But yeah, I don't know about Kim Fields being on the show. I guess we'll see as time goes on. But for right now, I kind of wish she didn't do it. Now, really, the show opened up where it left off last week, which was at Cynthia's, launch party for her eyeglass or sunglass wear. They were able to get control of the fight that Kenya and Sheree was trying to, that Kenya was trying to get stirred up. Once Kenya decides to walk off after she apologizes for calling her a bitch ass. She shouldn't have said that. She shouldn't have said none of it because none of it was necessary, but whatever. Kenya walks off, says she's fine, she's leaving it alone. Sheree tells the girls that she doesn't do that anymore, okay? She done grewed up and she had got time to be fighting with bitches at eyeglass lunch parties. Somebody in my comments was saying the other day that, they don't want it with Sheree, that she will fight. And I was just like, Sheree is not going to fight nobody. I mean, first of all, Sheree has never been a fighter. She's always used her words, like you guys like to say. That one little push that she had with Kim, who even counts that was the first season? That's not considered her fight. She's not a fighter. If she plays it right, she don't need to be getting into no confrontations, especially with Kenya. So I'm glad that she said that she don't do that shit no more. Now, Cynthia and Mallory. Oh, I'm so sick of Mal. Bitch, will you go fucking fuck your husband? What the hell you here? The man is overseas somewhere playing basketball and fine as hell, I might add. Why the hell you all up in Cynthia Peters? When Cynthia sees Peter and she goes up to him and asks him, what was going on earlier? I heard you had a confrontation with Kenya. And he was just like, yeah, I just let her know that I didn't appreciate her saying anything, even though he was the one who started it. Cynthia was like, you couldn't take the high road. Like, we at this function. I'm trying to be the center of attention. My sunglasses is a big deal, and you up here arguing with Kenya over some bitch in North Carolina. Really? He was just like, look, I don't even want to talk about it no more. He kind of walks off. Here go Mallory. You need to stay and you need to talk. Bitch, go some fucking where? She gets on my nerves. That bitch's hair is bomb, though. I said, Mal show got to every season she come back, that bitch look better and better with her old evil hateration self. So Cynthia, she's frustrated. After the party, she tells us it just hasn't been a good time for them since this video came out. So the next day, she's talking to her assistant, Tiffany, and she's just telling her how Peter went back to North Carolina that same night, that he was bothered by what happened. Oh, might I add that he was bothered by the way she came down those stairs. Remember last week, I was like, I wasn't sure if he was saying he liked the fact that she had on the little bathing suit or, and threw it over her shoulder, or if he didn't like it. Well, no, he did not like that. So he done huffed his ass back off to North Carolina, and Cynthia's crying to her sister and saying, look, even though we've been arguing kind of over this video, the video is not the problem. That's the least of our problems. We've had other things. We have financial issues. Now we have this distance issue. She didn't add in there that she got a fucking nosy ass family issue. She has a lot of shit that she's dealing with right now. Okay, so she's kind of crying, and the pressure of this season, I think, is going to get to poor little Cynthia and Peter. Let's hope that they can weather the storm. A few days later, she decides to meet up with Phaedra, which was an interesting enough pairing, didn't you think? She and Phaedra, definitely last season, it was a bad look for them, so it was just like, oh, now what is this? I think everybody has made a commitment to playing nice with each other and not starting off the season with all of these grudges and being pissed off at everybody, so I guess everybody is trying to bridge the gap. Y'all see this? This is bridging the gap. She meets Phaedra at a little boutique, and Joe is, y'all hold on, Joe is texting me. Got to see what the baby want. It's gonna be some bullshit though, watch. What time? Hold on, y'all. So when she sat down with Phaedra, I was just like, oh, this is interesting. What it really was a chance for Phaedra to kind of dig the knife into Cynthia and let her know that, bitch, you was all in my marriage last season. You had a whole lot to say. You was running and telling that to all of the girls about, my man and my problems. And then look what a difference a damn day make. Now you in the situation. I'm going to forgive you for the shit that you did to me and the shit that you said about me. But I'm not going to forget, and I ain't going to let let your motherfucking ass forget, okay? So Cynthia, I thought it was cool of Cynthia. She didn't really have a choice. She couldn't say nothing but sit there and eat crow. Okay, the bitch was kind of smirking like, yeah, I guess I had it coming. Yes, you had it coming. So I guess let's get that shit out the way right at the beginning of the season, so it ain't got to be festering and people be mad as the season goes along. Okay, Phaedra let it be known from the very beginning. Yeah, bitch, now you see how it feels. Alright, you guys, so Portia, she having a business meeting because, you know, she got this brand that she is trying to expand. I guess it's doing well enough. She has her Go Naked hair, I think it is, not Go Naked, just Naked, I think. Naked hair extensions, and then she looked like she done ventured off into some lingerie, which was actually a good idea for her. You know, she's got quite the lingerie modeling body, okay, if you want to consider the urban model anyway, and some other shit I guess she's trying to do. And you know, Portia's doing it for herself, okay? She's been on Dish Network, and you know, we ain't trying to put Portia down, okay? But Portia, yeah, y'all, bless her heart, I don't even know if it is a act. Part of me tells me that it is an act, that actually Portia might be a little bit smarter than we all give her credit for. I mean, I actually believe that. Portia plays up the whole cute dingy role, okay, because she know that men like that. And, you know, everybody just kind of says, oh, Portia's cute. No, yeah, Portia ain't stupid. She's having her business meeting, talking about what needs to happen. And her sister's sitting there. Y'all was looking at that damn sister. I kept on looking at her like, who that bitch look like? I couldn't put my finger on it, but I figured it out. I'll let you know a little later. She's got this one guy who looks like he might be the main person to kind of keep her shit together. He's telling her that she needs to stay focused and make sure that she does this, that, and the other. Okay, Portia was just like, but what about when Portia want to have a man? Because y'all know that Portia's mind is only on the DICK, okay? And that would be little young Dookie. And that was just like, look, you don't need to be having no damn man, because when Portia get a man and then when the shit go bad, then Portia shut down and don't no business get done. But Portia's just like, shit, I know how to run this business. Y'all can reach me anytime before 10 p.m. or anytime that I'm trying to get it in with my boo-boo. Later on, you know, we see Portia with her sister Lauren and her mom. Okay, her mama done got away from the 50s and over hypnotic and crab legs night at the local bar. That mama just as cute as can be, ain't she? Well, she just look like she be at the club all the damn time. They trying to get all made up for this party that Portia's having. Granny get there, you know, Portia just like, Granny! Oh, you can see it in Granny too. Granny got some running in her back in the day too. They're preparing for this party. I'm still not clear on why they was having a party at this time, but you know, it becomes painfully clear as the time goes on. Right before they about to go out, Lauren, she's in the bathroom on the floor. You know, Portia's like, what's wrong with you? And Lauren was just like, oh, I'm pregnant. I'm 12 weeks pregnant. You know, Portia's just like, it just kind of takes her back because she felt like she would be the first one to get pregnant. I don't even know. I guess Portia is older than her sister. I couldn't figure out why she thought she would be the first one to get pregnant, considering she's not married anymore. So it's not like, I mean, it was up for grabs at this point. But, you know, she kind of feeling some kind of way. I think she felt like that whole announcement of the pregnancy was taken away from the attention of what she was trying to do, which was have a party for her dookie. It was the craziest thing. She invites everybody over. It's like all her girlfriends, basically. She invites Candy. She invites Phaedra. She invites Cynthia. Like I said, it's strange because of all of the tension last season. But like I said, everybody's trying to bridge the gap. Y'all see that? Bridging the gap. And then all of a sudden, here come old Dookie pulling up with his homeboy, okay? And he walks in the door and everybody's just like, surprise! He looking like, oh, what? She just like, oh, Dookie! How you doing, baby? I said, girl, what is this party for? The whole time that everybody was there, okay, her sister was hating on you know, the relationship, even though I couldn't blame her. You know, she was just like, the boy 24 years old. What do 24-year-olds do? She tried to have this damn relationship with him. I'm not really taking this shit seriously. My sister, you know, she just glad to get some young D right now. And then the other guy, the one who helps her with her business, he was just like, well, all he like is porn stars anyway. Candy gonna put 20 on 10 and just was like, oh no, he like trannies, bitch. Bravo gonna show a damn article of him having, you know, having fun times with a tranny, okay? Supposedly taking pictures and selfies and shit. I said, you guys know y'all ain't even right. It wasn't like we was taking this fucking relationship seriously anyway. And then Portia decided that she was gonna have a special presentation.
I just wanted to take this time to give to you, my man, this award because you are the biggest MVP and you always be good to me, so I'm gonna make you my trophy man and I'm gonna give you this award that I had made for you because I really like you. And
I said, girl, everybody that was sitting up there in that damn room was like, what? Even Dookie was like, nigga, this is entirely too much for me. I didn't know that. I mean, all they told me was to come on the show and kiss on Portia every now and again. And we didn't say we was going to be giving awards and doing all of this shit. Portia say that they going to get a, you know, they going to get a place together in town since her house is so far away. I said, oh, God. I guess Portia said, bitch, you guys want me to do it? I'm going to do it all the way. I'm going to act like this shit is for real, for real. And y'all going to appreciate me and make sure that I keep this peach for a couple more seasons. Oh yeah, you guys, and before I go, I was looking at Lauren when she was talking to Portia's business team and Candy and all of that. Don't that bitch look like a light-skinned Missy Elliott? I mean, same. Candy is at her boutique, Tag's boutique. Sheree decides to visit her there. Sheree's with her daughter. Remember I was telling you guys that them kids got to be right at college age. The daughter looked great. I was just like, look at her. She turned out to be a beautiful girl. They go down to Tag's and I guess they doing some school shopping. Sheree sits down with Candy and was just like, girl, all that shit that went down at the eyeglass party, is Kenya always like that? Am I gonna have to be worried about this bitch confronting me every time I see her? And Candy's just like, well, she's kinda always messy. Candy is just like, bitch, that's just kind of how Kenya roll. We just kind of learn how to deal with Kenya. You gonna have to learn how to do the same. Then Sheree was like, well, what about, you know, you and Phaedra? I know you guys used to be really, really close, and I'm hearing that some shit, you know, some shit going on in the waters. The waves ain't as nice as they used to be. And Candy was just like, yeah, I mean, she was kind of going around and telling everybody that I wasn't, you know, there for her and shit that was going on with Apollo. And she went on and she told Nene, and Sheree was like, Nene? Like, why would she go tell Nene? The way Nene treats everybody, the way Nene treated her, the way she treated you. And Candy was just like, okay, you see it just like me, thank you. And Candy was like, bitch, I was waiting for somebody else to understand what the hell I'm saying. Candy tells Sheree, you know, I can't figure it out either. I don't really know what's going on with Phaedra, but, you know, Candy tells us that in order for her and Phaedra to get their relationship back on track and to be the friends that they really used to be, that they need to sit down and talk. Now, we done had this talk, I swear, this is about the third time, not even counting the reunion. For whatever reason, they ain't been successful. And I believe it's because there's too much water under the bridge. I mean, I think we all can see now that it's a misunderstanding. People have been way too in their feelings to really kind of see it clearly, both Candy and Phaedra. They got a lot of outside chatter, I'm sure, that's kind of, you know, feeding into it. I mean, they say that their relationship is back better, but I'm just thinking to myself, like, I don't see it getting no better. I think that is just a wrap on the friendship that they used to have, but whatever. Candy's at Candy Coated Entertainment. That's her office, and you know, she's sitting down eating. I think she is the cutest little pregnant thing, I promise you. Phaedra shows up. Before they get to talking, it's a whole bunch of little nothing talk about, you know, the projects that Candy has coming up and all of that. But then we get down to the nitty gritty. You and I really haven't been talking like we used to, and to be honest with you personally, on my end, I put all the way back because obviously I told you before I did not like what was said. And Phaedra was just like, well, what did I say? And I said, oh, see, this is why why we can't get shit solved. Because Phaedra refuses to understand what anybody is saying. Bitch, what the hell you mean? But to remind us, they show us the flashback when she's talking to the fucking Bride of Frankenstein about, Candy not being there. When they showed that again, I said, bravo. Now, y'all know good damn well we ain't had to see Nene's fucked up ass, whatever the hell that blowed out shit was. Remember? I can already see that this conversation is going to be just like all the rest of them. Now, while they sitting there talking, it just started to look like when you have all these things that you've been upset about, even if they petty, you bring up all this shit because you just want to get your point across that, bitch, I was mad too. Phaedra says, well, I was in the grocery store and somebody walked up to me and told me that, they wanted to buy Apollo's bikes. Candy was just like, the bikes in my garage? And she was just like, yeah, and I didn't even know they were there. And Candy was like, what the fuck, you so what? You didn't want them anyway, so what? Well, I had to tell the police came to my house wanting the assets and I had to explain where the assets were. I said, okay, Phaedra, really? Like Candy said, they are looking for way more stuff than just motorcycles and ATV vehicles. All the shit that man done did, and you up here crying over a few ATVs and motor dirt bikes. Yeah, no. Then she starts on, she was mad that Candy and everybody had an opinion on whether or not she needed to take the kids down there or not. She was saying how it was too expensive. Like, I was like, you don't have to even explain yourself. Either you gonna take them or you not. Well, usually it's like, I got all this money, and then when it comes to this, now all of a sudden you saying that it's too expensive. Phaedra's whole point was, yes, it's expensive when it's taking money out of my pocket to go do some shit that I don't want to do when the nigga should have been home instead of being out at the damn strip clubs with your husband. Okay, this is all shit that's been going around in the blogs and the comment section. People have been saying, obviously they've heard it too, so now they've adopted it into this is how I tell you guys how social media has such a strong, sometimes most of the times negative impact on these celebrities, these reality show celebrities, and the way that they think. So Candy, she had a little broke up. For the past few years, I feel like anytime we got together is because I called you. I invited you to my house. I did all of those things. It's because I invited you. You don't reach out to me like that. And that irritated me. I was like, oh, Candy. It was just sort of like one of those conversations where everybody was trying to justify the way that they feel, whether it was the right feeling or the wrong feeling. I don't know if anything got solved. I think this is one of those situations where you guys are just going to have to agree that a lot of shit happened. It wasn't a good time for everybody. The strain of her relationship problems with Apollo actually, got into Candy's and her relationship. Todd's feelings for Apollo as a really good friend also weighed into Candy and Phaedra's relationship. Like, all of this stuff. So unless we're going to just agree to just forget everything and totally wipe the slate clean, I don't know how they're going to move past all of this. And I really don't know if they are going to move past all this. But Phaedra, she finally says, like, I really am not trying to be fighting with you. I mean, we used to be really, really close, and there's been things that we've shared that I didn't even let other people, when she was just like, I ain't let nobody see my coochie, she was there for the birth of her kids, and it's like, it's a sad situation that this friendship has suffered like this, but I almost feel like Candy is sort of over it. When it's kind of just going to be like whatever Phaedra decides to do at this point. While they were talking, here come Don Juan's ass, okay? He peek around the corner, he see them having a heart-to-heart, okay? And then he gonna wait for Phaedra to leave, and then he go in there and adding his 2 cents. I said, nigga, if you don't go sit your motherfucking ass down somewhere, now here he come. They done finally decided that they gonna let bygones be bygones, and here he comes stirring the pot. What does she want you to do? Candy is just like, well, she always be so confused, like, well, I don't really know. She keep on going on and on about compassion, but I mean, she knew that she married a fucking criminal, and you had shit that happened as well. You have had issues with your husband, you've had shit with your mama, your mother-in-law died, you blending families, you guys trying to get pregnant. Yeah, you guys got a lot of shit going on too, so she wants you to just worry about what she going through and not worry about your own shit. The world don't stop because Phaedra and Apollo got a divorce. Look, I understand what Don Juan was trying to say. Like I said, this is all shit that's been all over social media. People have said it and said it and said it to death. But I just feel like It's enough been said already. We've said it and said it and said it to death. If these two are trying to work on their relationship, trying to work on their friendship, just let them do it. You said how you felt now. I hope that he don't keep on harping on it. Okay, because y'all know Don Juan got that shit in him. Alright, you guys, so that is it. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox, the channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.